You boy, I left us on a cliffhanger, didn't I? Now why? Why am I choosing to talk about Nightfoxx after ignoring him for so long? Because I'm ready to. This is a confession video and a self-realization moment to look back at all that I've done with Nightfoxx, and the reason I stopped making YouTube content. Let's go back to the beginning. This whole thing is a pretty big mystery. How am I gonna... Huh? Sherlock Gnome, at your service! Oh cool, I don't gotta be in the video anymore. Bye! Wait! Let's start cracking the case. Here's a touch up on anyone that doesn't know who Nightfoxx is, or just doesn't remember anymore. He is a Roblox YouTuber with 1.21 million subscribers, and Woozlo is his friend with 100k subscribers now. Around 3 to 4 years ago, when I was with him, Woozlo had around 10,000 subscribers, and Nightfoxx had around 100k. October 20th. I've been watching Nightfoxx for a long time and wanted to join him. I already joined Woozlo once before. I see that he's going to play the witching hour, so I tried to join him, and succeed. Around the 8-minute mark of my video, my tile is next to Nightfoxx's, and his plate grows bigger. We all jump across and have a swell dandy time as friends, until I open the supply crate that gives me the blood pack tool. Being the devious troll I am, I mark Nightfoxx with the blood pact, cause who wouldn't, right? This causes him to interact with me saying, "Don't die," and tricking me by saying he will friend me. I fall for this like the sucker I am, and soon accidentally bounce on the spring by the corner of my foot, killing both of us. Later, I gain a second blood pact while under a purple floor. At the time I pacted him again, I didn't know the purple floors had a timer that would disappear at the end. So I packed him with truly intentions of trying not to die. That didn't end well, and Nightfoxx thought I was taking him down on purpose. Woozlo is cheering for me at this point. At this time, I play the
I'm playing both sides so that I always come out on top
card, and I asked to friend Woozlo, which worked. In the process, I'm becoming Nightfoxx's bad list. The bad list was almost reserved just for me, and it was to where I'm not on his good side. And that's really it. I could still join him whenever when spots were available, and it would be kind of a joke label. Being the star of that video made me feel good and famous. It made me feel special. A few weeks later, I tweeted to Nightfoxx about the Creator Challenge of 2018, which gave the book wings and more. This made me off his bad list. A few days later, I joined one of Nightfoxx's live streams. In this live stream, Nightfoxx is doing an extreme challenge of escaping without going through any windows or vents, and he cannot open any doors or close them. After a long and scary game of Nightfoxx almost dying, I carried the challenge, and it was amazing to everyone, even Nightfoxx. A little while later, I asked Nightfoxx to friend me on Twitter from our epic match, and he agreed. I joined him in Fashion Famous and friend him, and he friends back. I also try my luck and randomly friend PD Penguin, which also worked. My pride was at an all-time high. No, not that one.
yo!
Later on, I'm joining Nightfoxx all the time. Maybe a little too much. Whoa, my entire channel is evidence? I gotta see this. November 27th, December 3rd, December 21st, January 24th, January 26th for Woozlo, February 7th for KV, February 14th, 15th, and finally 22nd. Keep in mind that every time I joined Nightfoxx, that didn't make it into the cut of the video. Why was this my final video? It's because it was pretty controversial. Why was it controversial? While the video is mostly true in regards to the title, it blew up quite a lot, and people would comment about it in Woozlo's video. It really just showed how often I would cover Nightfoxx. And in the shoes of someone else, that would get quite tiring and bothersome with some 14-year-old obsessed fanboy tries to join you in every lobby and use you for views. I never intentionally tried to use Nightfoxx just for views, but I also felt like I couldn't make a video for myself. It had to be about a big YouTuber. In fact, playing with Nightfoxx was a blast. I remember playing Icebreakers with Nightfoxx, although I don't have a video on it for some reason. And I had so much fun freezing Nightfoxx. But if I was Nightfoxx, I would shut down any chance of joining him and block this obsessed fan. What? Did you say blocked? Yes, I was blocked, for very good reasons I've already explained. This made my 14-year-old heart devastated. On March 13th, I was blocked on Roblox, and Nightfoxx said to me on Twitter something along the lines of always joining him and making content out of him, and he felt used for views, and rightfully so. So that's it. I was a walking documentary about Nightfoxx, and rightfully so, Nightfoxx didn't like it. But wait, I still had so many subscribers waiting on me. So I kept making original content, and in my opinion, this is my prime YouTube content era. These are my favorite videos that I've made of all time, so I kept on producing videos. But the time in between of each video was getting longer and longer, almost monthly. Meanwhile, I was still getting comments about Nightfoxx since I never mentioned anything. 1 month became 2 months. I started picking up a little more in September, but not by much. I went from October to March in just 4 uploads. It had been a year since the block, and I had no longer been relevant in what Nightfoxx did. Jumping ahead to now, I had stopped thinking about making YouTube videos for the longest time now, just for self-reflection. This Christmas, I asked for the Steam Deck, which is a powerful PC that could be taken anywhere like a Switch, and dock anywhere like a Switch. It's how I've edited my recent videos on here. Using it, I can basically play anything. I thought I would return when I am almost 18, and when I could look back at my past content as a joke, which is why this video is so goofy. So that's it. That's why I stopped with Nightfoxx and YouTube. I felt guilty, since Nightfoxx was so much a part of my channel, and that I cheated natural YouTube growth, which is impossibly tough anyways. But now, after years of self-reflection, I learned to be my own channel, and I have made this confession. So now that—
Hold up!
What?
You said I had a Twitter? What are my interactions with Nightfoxx on there anyways?
Oh my.
Golly gee willikers!
Let's start at the beginning. My first tweet with Nightfoxx says, "Well, this is my alt Twitter account since my other one is locked. I wanted to tweet you my best attempt of Roblox avatars and Christmas cookies. In comparison, I had fun. Makes you want to eat them, right?" Nightfoxx replied with, "Looks great. Wait, that's my alt?" Next tweet shows the name of the locked account. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I can't see the tweets since it's locked, but Nightfoxx's replies seem pretty okay, so I must have been fine. Oh look, that's when I got accepted as Nightfoxx's friend, which at the time was only for paying members, so this was a huge deal to me. Back to the Christmas cookies. I am a master chef after all. I mean, just look at them. Reaction GIF, sub post. I have no idea what that could mean. Was there a gift code? Didn't see any. Ooh, no. This is when Nightfoxx was hiding hidden Roblox codes in his videos. No, you don't comment that, Zach. Is there a way to get a verified checkmark on YouTube if you have 200 subs? Why am I pinging them just for pictures of my dog? Wow, real observation there, Zach. Pinging them just to say that the Christmas update has arrived. We hit 25k subscribers on this channel. I'm so grateful. Next year I will promise to upload way more. Stay tuned. Merry Christmas. More subs than Woozlo. XD. What? Really? Way to boost Woozlo's confidence. Oh, Nightfoxx did like it. Maybe it's not so bad then. Oh wow. That's when it all started, huh? At least Nightfoxx was so innocent at the time. Wow, that's the merge I still have to this day. Why am I pinging them to say that someone has bought my off-brand merge? I'm starting to hate this Twitter dive. Another code comment. Oh boy. Merge plug. He didn't have a hoodie yet, but still. Seriously? Really? 14-year-old me does not have a brain. Is this me being cocky for being in so much videos? Why? Oh guys, look, it's all better now, right? Why am I pinging them pictures of my dog again? Half of them are the same ones. Well, that summed up my channel. Shameless, unoriginal POVs of other people. This was replying to a YouTube tweet, telling him how I'm popular because of him. He says, "Glad to hear you are benefiting, hanging around. Keep up the good work." Exactly. Benefiting. Here, I accuse Nightfoxx of leaving a server for another because I was in it. Twitter is rotting my brain. At least I apologized with an excuse. That was fun, but I wasted 200 Robux for that pass, just for him to pick something else because he couldn't find those in a different game. Well, that's rude. At this point, this is after I get blocked. You have it to where I can't. Following unblocks the player. You can unblock me. Tongue face. Oh, dang. Someone's salty? I don't get it. Why haven't I left Nightfoxx at this point? Finally, the end to this terrible saga. What a terrible thing to say to someone that blocked you. I'm glad I grew up. I wouldn't even dream of being this obnoxious, but I'm glad he got to block me. I'm a different person now, striving for original content. I plan to try to upload every 3 days. Anyhow, what was my old content like anyways? Oh no. This is my content? No.